Everyone. Thanks for that introduction. I'll really, in this session, just take the opportunity to introduce SIBYL and say a little bit about what we're going to be doing in our workshop, kind of in the kind of second part of next year. SIBYL is, as Shaq was saying, a UK-based startup, and we provide a SaaS product to companies handling high volumes of low-value claims, and that allows them to spot fraudulent and exaggerated cases, also identify misguided claims using our kind of AI-powered investigation platform. What we want to offer the program is kind of a hands-on experience of that product. And I'll say a little bit more about that in a moment. To introduce the team, I am head of commercial at SIBYL. I have a legal background, so I did a couple of years in the City of London, and then moved across into government. My co-founders both have a more technical background. So Nick is an engineer by training, with experience in the research and investment industries, and SIBYL is our head of tech. He has a machine learning background and experience building enterprise software for banks. We've just finished the Oxford University Accelerator program. So we've got a great set of industry advisors coming out of that program as well. To give you a sense of kind of the problem we're working on in the space we're in. So every year in the UK alone, there are around 3 million low-value disputes. And this includes things like personal injury, employment claims, consumer claims, financial claims, a whole range of different issues. Around 20% of these are either exaggerated or fraudulent or completely misguided. And this costs around £7.6 billion a year. It's a really big problem. Trying to find these few kind of bad disputes makes the process slow and stressful for everyone, really. Currently, there's a network of disputes professionals who work at a range of organizations, from large corporates, insurers, claim handlers, but also law firms. But this kind of highly manual existing process only captures half of bad claims. That's really because those disputes professionals are kind of constrained in their ability to spot fraudulent and exaggerated claims. The claims we're talking about have an average value of around £6,000, so it's just not worth spending more than a few hours on each. And it's frankly an impossible amount of time, a possible amount of work to do in that time. So it's standard to spend just 50 minutes reviewing a kind of critical 20-page expert report. Even with more time, though, the patterns of this kind of behavior are really complex. And actually, we think technology gives another way into the problem by really capturing trends across the piece. The way SIBYL tackles this problem is really three things. We help our users flag suspicious cases. We help automate repetitive tasks to kind of give claims professionals back more time to do more investigation. And we help them scrutinize evidence to spot and explore these complex patterns. And really, I mean, the way it works is that there are kind of three steps to the technology. And I'm sure this will be a theme that comes up in a whole range of products on this course, on this program. Firstly, the user simply dumps all of the documents into SIBYL. SIBYL then extracts the text from these documents. That's quite a complicated task in itself because, as I'm sure you'll know, the messy reality of legal work is that stuff comes in all different shapes and forms, a whole variety of different quality as well. We've shown 96% accuracy on these kind of messy claim documents in a case study with a leading European insurer. This text is then crunched, engineered to capture what are the key legal points in a particular case. So again, we've worked on a case study with a top 50 UK law firm on this, where we've captured key pieces of information from expert reports at 97% accuracy. And that's kind of 30% more accurate than the current human process. And then finally, we can use those extracted legally relevant data points to calculate insights. And so we've got some really exciting R&D on this stage of the product, showing it's possible to predict whether or not a claim is going to pay out to 81% accuracy, which we think is a likely minimum due to the data we were working with in that particular case. Users then get a summary of the case information with those key insights. In terms of our workshop, we're really keen to give people the opportunity to get hands-on experience of an NLP product, but then also to kind of look behind the scenes and hear about what it took to get to that point, what that process looks like in practice. And we hope that will give people an opportunity to understand, the challenges for NLP technology and how it can be kind of put into practice. And in particular, we want to show kind of how it's possible to move from these kind of messy, unstructured inputs to structured outputs that have, a business value. We're also keen to source, real challenges from the group and work through those together, and build in a kind of workshop scenario what a solution with an NLP component might look like. So I hope it will be a really practical, hands-on, useful experience that can contribute to the broader program.